So today I'm going to be going through 20 of the new players that you want to at least have a look at. Now most of these are going to be on a relatively good budget for you, and I think they are semi-overlooked, to be honest. The first one is great to the game icon Hernandez. What a lovely upgrade he was. He is now a 5-star, 5-star. He is obviously coming in with some incredible stats. Most definitely kind of the shooting side of stuff is pretty decent at, isn't he? I've kind of liked always having his upgrades. He's the same as Hugo Sanchez. He just really upgrades well. We can obviously go with a double upgrade for him as well. If Mexico managed to get 2 or 4 goals, he will either get an overall for a 95 and then a playstyle plus or a 99 face stat. We've already got the power shot, rapid and aerial, so I'd say the balance is pretty well there. I don't even know what one I'd actually take as a +1, to be honest, because I'd probably go finesse shot, to be fair, because we got the rapid, the aerial's in for the air, and then we've got power shot. I like finesse shot. That would do me. If I was going for the 99 on a stat, I'd probably have to go something like physical. Dribbling wise, I can do with a chemistry style, so that's fine. We could do an engine or something. With obviously the physical, the strength could be better, so that could probably be the only one I'd go for. But in terms of costing, we're looking at a whopping 192,000 for him. I don't think that's bad value whatsoever. Very, very good card for the price that you've got. Even if he stayed at the 94, I think he's still pretty good. He's obviously going to go for the Hawk or the engine, which is going to give you, if I can find it, the 98 shooting, which is brilliant, 98 on the pace, and 84 physical. You could obviously go with the engine as well, so when he gets the upgrade, and if they did manage to get the 4 goals, that would be a lifesaver for him, because then you could even get the agility balance to pretty much maxed out. Moving on to the second player, we're going to go for Borgia. Now, more of a super sub option, if I'm being honest, for him. But I think for that pace side of stuff, you're looking pretty decent. He's got the high-low work rates. You've obviously got the 93 rated with some incredible finishing. Pace is maxed out. Agility balance could do with some work, which is fine. I don't need anything for the shooting. He's even got then the max head and accuracy, the max strength. Aggression could do with some work, but a good card for the fact that he can actually go up if Colombia managed to do anything in there. They could obviously get him to what, be about a 96. I think he got 3 upgrades because he's not a 5-5, so it'd be 94, 95, 96 if they win the whole thing, obviously. So even if he just gets one win, I think that's going to be an absolute dub for him. He's got himself some decent playstyle pluses, and a super sub is definitely on the cards for him. If you're looking for coins to improve your team, head over to lootbar.gg for the most reliable and also the best coins around. Also, they have incredible 24-hour manual customer service that you physically cannot find anywhere else. But before finishing on lootbar.gg, make sure you are using JT11 to get 8% off coupon. Once you've gone through the payment, you'll be able to get your coins within the next 24 hours. Absolutely guaranteed. Also, with the code, you'll be able to get 5% more coins on every transaction. Make sure you do click the link either in the description or down in the comment section below. Moving into Olmo. Now, a great cam, most definitely, for the price that you can pay for him. I don't think he's a bad card whatsoever. You're looking at the pinged pass, you're looking at incisive and technical with him. He is obviously a 4-star, 4-star, so unfortunately, if they were to manage to get through the semi-finals, he's going to get the 5-5 rather than an upgrade. So it just is what it is. But in terms of stats, like, we're looking very top end, most definitely. Look at the dribbling, 98 is absolutely nuts. Great pace, decent shooting, great passing. He is a card that is absolutely slept on for 132,000 coins. Chemistry style wise, people are obviously going to go for the Hunter. We don't need no more dribbling. Keeps him mostly explosive no matter what. You're getting a 98 cam overall without an upgrade yet. Like, this card could genuinely turn into an absolute masterpiece if Spain managed to do it. So that card for me is one that is just not talked about enough. It's 132,000 coins as well, so a very nice and affordable option you can go for. Then we have Antonio. Very much like Borgia, he is pretty much your super sub of dreams. Now, if you are rocking a very cheap starter squad so far, like you've just started the game this week, maybe you've just got it for free, you've downloaded it from the EA Access or something, I don't know if it's in the vault yet, or PlayStation have it for free on the console now. So this is going to be a very nice and affordable card. He's coming in like at 20-something thousand coins, I believe. He can play left mid, right mid, or striker. He has got the stats for shooting, dribbling, passing, even the pace and the physicality as well. I mean, again, with some of these cards, when you look at the base stats, I'm like, okay, 93 pace, it's decent enough. I'll absolutely take it. 93 on the shooting. Well, it's the long shot and volleys and penalties that are dropping it down more. Perfect. Passing at 89. Again, curve and free kicks dropping it. Dribbling wise, everything's up there already. Head and accuracy is perfect. Even the physicality, perfect. The stamina's dropping in a little bit more. But look at the card. It's stunning. Power header, power shot and rapid with the chance of an upgrade. Again, I'll absolutely take my chances. He's coming in, as you can see here, for 26,000 coins. That's an absolute steal for a super sub if you are not in the game of the millions on millions of coins. Artist is what they're going for the chemistry style, because it gets you a bit more agility. Literally, there is just no joking with some of these cards. They genuinely have been upgraded massively. Barcola is a big one. I must admit, I really rate this card. 170,000, so a little bit more expensive, but he is an SBC, so I personally put him in here because I do think for the value that you're getting, plus then the not necessarily the guarantee, because they could flop. The likely chance of them flopping, very, very unlikely. France, I'm more than likely going to go quite far in this tournament, meaning Barcola's going to go quite far in the game. He's already maxed out his pace, then he's got decent amount of shooting, passing's decent enough, great dribbling, head and accuracy's up there, could do with some physical. But with the chance of the upgrades as well, he's going to get the first one. I don't see France not winning at least one game. We then obviously have got the Playstyle Plus, which would be the free. I could see them doing that. So already we're looking at a 4 Playstyle Plus at the minimum. We then got the quarters. I personally think at the minimum France need to be getting to the quarters at an absolute minimum. Or at least to the semis, in fact. So you're looking at a minimum, in my eyes, as a 96 4 Playstyle Plus Barcola. I think, yeah, he's not a 5-5. They knew what they were doing there. If they do manage to get to the final, you'd still be looking at a 96, but it'd be a 5-star 96 with the chance to get to 97 if they win it. I mean, for 170k, I'll absolutely take them odds. Moving on to Oblak, very small amount of time for him, because I do think with Oblak, is just a very good keeper. Like 96 rated, high rated there. Schmeichel's a little bit more expensive. I would recommend Schmeichel more, but I'm going for more the pricier, the kind of the price more efficient to everybody. He's 96 rated, and the big thing with them is, I don't know if, in fact, no, it does say it right there. I'm completely blind to it. So if they were to manage, so hear me out, if we were managed to see, it's Slovenia, isn't it? I always get them wrong, Slovenia or Slovakia. So if they were managing to get past the quarterfinals, you're looking at a 99 Oblak. Like, they are putting a lot of hope that Slovenia does not get through the quarterfinals. Because then what happens? Like, if they were to win it, does he go to 100? I mean, what else can they do? Because they'd have given him the 5-5. They'd have given him to 99. What would be the next step? Why is there a bubble on me? I don't know there. What would be the next step? Because genuinely, it could be 100. Like, I'd imagine what they'd probably do is just give him all the play styles or something. It would be something stupid, but it's a possibility. Putting one in the bank, you never know. Beasley, on the other hand, phenomenal card. Absolutely love Beasley. For the price that you're paying for him for a hero, with the chance of going up if America do something, it is the Copa America after all. Could they actually pull something off? Most definitely, he's a very cheap and affordable hero. He's coming in at 54,000 coins, which is lovely. 94 rated, rapid, block, ping, pass. I don't know why he's got the block, to be honest. It's just, it's kind of just there if I'm being real with you. Again, it's just a random playstyle plus. But more than likely, we'll get at the minimum a 95. I feel like 2 goals should be quite comfortable for them. Whether he gets the extra playstyle or a 99 face, we'll absolutely take it. But for pace-wise, he was outstanding. There's very little that catches him. So he's, on my eyes, a very, very decent hero you can get. And to be honest, with a hero and icons, I'd take any of them. The design is stunning. Then we've got Fulkrug. Now, to be fair to him, I kind of looked at him to start with. We've managed to get him as well as a loan, to be fair. I kind of looked at him and thought, you know what, you can see that he might actually have something here. He's a 4'5", he's 6'2" with a high medium. He is mostly lengthy as well. Stat-wise, we're looking as good as what we're seeing with most. He's got the physicality side down, heading's obviously down as well. Great composure. Agility could do with some work, which is fine because we can work on that. When it comes to obviously the pace, 92, I think that's more than enough for a bigger striker especially. Then obviously you've got the shooting, which is pretty much up there. Passing, decent enough. And then it is just the agility. The agility is the only thing that really lets him down. And I think, is it only finisher? People are saying engine. Was it finisher that gets +8? Where on earth is even finisher? Oh, it's at the top. Controlled lengthy. So finisher would get an 8+ on the agility. The engine only gets a 4. But even so, the stats don't lie. That looks a very good card. And he is mostly lengthy as well, rather than the controlled. So again, that's going to be a decent one, especially with the chance of an upgrade. With being in Germany, and with being in Germany, everyone's in Germany. With being German in the home Euros, could that spur Germany on to at least a good round finish? It will be interesting, and that could take him from a cheap striker that's coming in at like, what, 54,000 to maybe just a little bit more expensive. Then we have Nedved. Surprisingly, we gave him a go. It was decent enough. I must admit, when we looked at Nedved in the previous versions, he did have Future Star, I want to say. Yeah, he had a Future Star, and that's it. He's had the games of the, what was it, the Great to the Games icon, and I weren't impressed with the Future Star. The 88 was very bog standard. It's kind of like he just didn't get out of second gear, and to be fair to him, most FIFAs, he's never the top guy. Like, he always has a nice card. The prime's decent. Maybe he gets a nice prime moments or an upgrade there, but it's never the top. But he's definitely not in the lowest of the low. This year he has been so quiet, it's unbelievable. He is a 5'4", he has the chance for a 95 with a 4-play star plus or a 99, so it will be interesting to see either way, but the stats are evenly spread. Good pace, good shooting, good passing, good dribbling, they're all on a certain level, so he may not be the #1 spot, but I must admit he's got some stats that you could definitely utilise, and if you are looking for a cheaper icon, 83,000 for an icon at this point. It's not really that bad. We then have Vlahovic. Now, I didn't want to use too many of these players because they are very similar. Like, Vlahovic, I must admit, looks the more impressive. He's a 4-star, 5-star. He's obviously left-footed with 6'3". He's coming in at 70,000 coins, so just a little bit more than Fulkrug. But we've got the 95 pace instead of 92. We've maxed out the shooting as much as possible. You've obviously got some decent-ish passing, nothing crazy. Dribbling, other than agility balance, looks phenomenal. Great strength, heading accuracy. No aggression on him, unfortunately. Finesse, dead ball, and also the aerial. But look at the stats on him. If you was to go with the engine, which is obviously what a lot of people will do, you'll end up with the 87 agility and 90 balance, a 98 overall striker. I mean, even I am kind of in the category of sometimes I just overlook some cards. And maybe in-game, he doesn't play like everybody else. Like, not everybody's playing like Drogba or saw off how good he is in the lengthy category, but a 98 rated striker for 70k and he's only 93 on the base, that's a good start to get to. And still potential of an upgrade. So it's going to be very interesting the first couple of weeks, especially if Serbia managed to get something. Could we see that big card really end up getting some nice upgrades here? Then we have Skriniar. I quite like him. He may not be my #1 defender. I think there's a lot of centre-backs this year, but in terms of a very cheap beast, he comes in there, to be fair to him. He's obviously got himself the pace. He's got himself the defending physical. The composure's at 99. It's good reactions. You can't really grumble. Agility balance is okay for a centre-back, and I do think he's just going to put in a shift. For 41,000, jockey, slide tackle, bruiser, it's a standard centre-back that could do something. And to be fair to him, if Slovakia can do something to go through, we could see a nice upgrade for him. I'd say another playstyle, making it to anticipate, getting a plus overall to 94, could be enough for this card to at least be in the moderate game, if I'm being real for him. We then have Suker. Now, Everybody loved him to start with this game. I think when it came to the base icons, he was definitely a lot of people's fan favourites, and I must admit, he weren't terrible. He was actually a decent card going forward. Now, when we look at the card in himself, you're obviously looking at one of the cheaper strikers that you can find, 59,000 coins, which is an absolute steal for him, to be honest. You've got the 4-4, the potential of 96. Croatia more than likely will get a couple of goals in this. Could we get the four playstyle pluses? Would be nice to maybe have the finesse with him as well. That would be really nice. And then obviously you've got yourself all of the other playstyles. And to be fair, he's got quite a few. Finesse, chip shot, power shot, pinged, incisive, technical, rapid, first touch and aerial. Now I don't know if the extra playstyle plus would potentially be one of the ones he's already got. So turn in a finesse into the gold instead. Or if the 99 stat could potentially be more strength, if anything. The physicality game could be a little bit more of a work in there. I don't think necessarily we need much else. I feel like a lot of people are going to go with the Hawk. Yeah, the Hawk, of course. So it's obviously going to give him 99 pace, 97 shooting, and 89 physicality. Again, not awful. A very, very standard striker, but with the chance of an upgrade and in a very cool design. We also have Forlan, another striker, because obviously we love our strikers here. Forlan is a brilliant striker. We had him, he was the triple threat. Was he the triple threat SBC? I'm pretty sure he was. Yeah. So he was the triple threat SBC, which was a bit unfortunate because he was a little bit expensive at that point. You can obviously make him a 93 now if he did do him, but 145,000 for this card. It's a stunning card. You've got the 5-4 on him. Obviously, you're looking at 5'11 with the high. You've got left wing capabilities if you really want. You've got the power shot, the tiki-taka, and the trivela also. And stats-wise, it's as standard as ever. Some cards look better. Some cards are just high rated in the positions they need. Pace is good. Shooting's good. Dribbling's good. And physicality is a little bit lacking. But we can move with that. Obviously, if we was to get the 99 stats, very much like Suker, I would quite like him to have the same physical upgrade. Because really, they are very, very similar in terms of upgrades. Obviously, the composure as well is up there for Forlan also. And chemistry style-wise, I'm assuming they're going to go with an engine. Okay, that's a bit weird. I didn't think an engine would have been the one. Engine and Hawk. What does engine do? I'd have thought it'd been Hawk more than anything, but I suppose he's already got the shooting up there. Engine will keep him controlled explosive. 98, 92, 97. I mean, it makes sense to be fair. I think Suker's shooting, what, 91? Yeah, okay, that makes a lot more sense to be honest with you. And then we have Gravadol. Lovely, lovely centre-back. He is the high. Little bit more expensive than what we've kind of put in this list because there's only so many cheaper beasts. There's still a lot that we are missing out because some of them aren't just working really. They're just not there. They're kind of okay if anything. When it comes to him though, 4-4, and it isn't the centre-back capabilities I'm looking at really. I'm looking at the left-back for him because we have got an incredible amount of centre-backs. And to be fair, we do have a good amount of left-backs as well. I think every position is saturated enough, really. And even then, we've got the, Make Your Marks promo coming on Friday, which already announced is Virgil and Tchouaméni and Palmer. I'm like, I get that they've technically not played the Euros before, but they're live cards as well. You might as well have just carried on with a path to glory, to be fair to them. But in terms of Gravadol, you've obviously got a good chance of going through. Like with Suker, he's in Croatia. He's got himself a decent run to potentially get a couple of rounds in at the minimum. Like they're not a bogey team by any shadow of imagination. He's got the pinged pass, the block, and he's also got the jockey, which is nice. He's got the ability to go up to 95, 96, 97 if Croatia were to win it. At the very minimum, 95 is going to be there, surely. The Playstyle Plus could be an interesting one to see if he gets it from the round of 16, but I don't know who they'd actually play if they manage to go through first or second. He is a 4-4 as well, so I do think in terms of a left-back, you are looking at a decent alternative when it comes to going in that position rather than a centre-back. Chemistry style-wise, people are going for the engine or the shadow because obviously you want to get a little bit more passing and pace if you are playing him on that left back role. So an engine would keep him controlled lengthy, 95, 91, 94. If you was playing him centre back, then I'd possibly be looking at the shadow. If anything, you would make a 97 overall centre back, but he is 6'1", so he's, to be fair, he's still tall enough, but whether you'd want him that little bit taller, you'd like a Virgil sort of height instead and just knock him over to the left back, it is a possibility to go for. And I do think when it comes to a lot of these kind of path to glories, some of them are worth the pickup at the minimum. Like when you look at someone like a De Jong or a Saka, think of how far they're actually going to go. The only problem is we don't know how much they'll go up if they do manage to go through, and all it will take is a knock-on of kind of losing one or maybe conceding a few too many goals and not thinking that you can go through, and the prices do drop and you lose all your money. So it is a bit unfortunate that that can happen, but they're going to be my 20 players that are worth having a look at that are brand new, or 15, I don't know what I've put. You'll see in the tile, but I'll catch you all for the next one. Make sure you like and subscribe. Peace!